What's up, guys? King Crisis here. Welcome to the channel. If you guys are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. If you guys enjoy my content, please comment down below some more video recommendations. With that being said, this video has been in the making for a long time. So with that being said, comment down below some support, any ideas you guys have for the next part of this series, and give me some tips. I'm open to any and all suggestions. Please go ahead on down below within the description. Join our Discord server. Follow my Instagram for more personal updates. And I forgot what else is in the description. Oh yeah, show some love to the background music guy and blah 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 blah. Let's start the video. Boom. Alright, so this video starts off with a 5-year-old Naruto running through the village. Today was a different day though. It is his birthday, but young Naruto is none the wiser. He doesn't understand it. Everyone was all sad and angry, and the villagers were looking at him strange. They never looked at him like this before. He didn't understand it. He ran. He jumped, he played around happily, until one villager just straight up, randomly, swung his arm out as Naruto was running upwards, and the villager arm just backhanded a young Naruto. A young Naruto was knocked back, and the villager, instead of turning around and quickly running to the kid's aid and apologizing to him, instead, the villager looked towards Naruto with a creepy, scary smile. Good, you damn brat. Looks like you got what you deserved. He rushes forward towards Naruto, and quickly, this villager kicks Naruto directly in the stomach. Naruto's launched back. A young Naruto would cough out in pain as he cries. The villager immediately walks forward towards him. He picks Naruto up. You brat! How dare they let you live here? As he does this, Naruto starts screaming out for help. He didn't do anything, he begins to scream. But as he does so, two more villagers start running forward, and Naruto begins to breathe a little lighter, thinking they're running to his aid. But instead, they run, and one of them grabbed Naruto's body and just straight up power drived him onto the ground. A young Naruto hits the ground as he cries out in pain. From here, the three villagers begin to beat on a young Naruto, a 4-year-old, well, a 5-year-old, just turned 5 years old. They brutally and relentlessly beat Naruto. And as more and more time goes by, more villagers begin to join in. It doesn't stop until eventually, out of nowhere, someone jumped down and saved Naruto. Naruto doesn't know who it was or what it was. He just blacked out, woke up in the hospital. And when he woke up in the hospital, he heard the nurses talking. Something about a poison. He starts looking around, getting scared, but he's tied down to the bed. The woman walks forward with a green bottle within her hand. Within it seems to be some liquid. The woman looks forward and smiles. It's okay, Naruto. You won't feel a thing. Oh, who am I kidding? You're gonna be in so much pain. The woman smiles as she slams a syringe into a young Naruto's thingamajiggy IV. She's poised it into his IV, and this liquid begins to pour down into Naruto's body. A young Naruto begins to scream. He begins to shake. His body begins to convert. He begins to cough out blood. A young Naruto begins to roll. He begins to try moving the best he can to try get free, but he can't. The poison is flowing into his body. A young Naruto lets out screams of pain. He begins to cry profusely, tears pouring down his eyes. But the more and more he cries, there's nothing he can do. The more and more he cries, it's like all of them just starts lifting up their hands into the skies, praying and happily screaming out in happiness. He's laying there, bleeding out. Blood just pouring out from his eyes, his ears, his mouth. He's coughing up blood, crying out blood, blood pouring from his ears and now even his nose. Every opening within his body had blood coming out of it. Naruto would scream with a pure burst of chakra erupting off of Naruto's body, with a powerful red cloak forming around Naruto's body. But suddenly this cloak begins to have a corrupted color to it. It begins to turn to a purple hue instead of a red one. A young Naruto rolls around in pain and screams, but the purple hue begins to glow. All of them would say, I knew it. Most of them would think, the demon's power. But suddenly, the power would stop, and the young Naruto would lay there. His heart stopped. The machines began to beep, and the young Naruto was classified as dead. From here, they would alert Hokage, and with the poison within Naruto's body vanishing, almost as if it never was even in his body. With Hiruzen not knowing what happened, and with all the doctors being willing to cover it up, they just used medical records, and well, it says his heart just stopped. He died from the beating. From here, Hiruzen would panic as he would cry. He would feel horrible. Naruto's dead. But as Hiruzen goes to, well, leave the room, beep, 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 Hiruzen will quickly turn and run back towards Naruto's bed as the machine begins to beep like crazy. Naruto begins to shake as his skin begins to turn to a green color. Hiruzen witnesses it rapidly. His skin rapidly turns into a green color, so his entire body was just straight green. His hair goes from being a light blonde color to a dark, dirty green. Naruto's still unconscious though. His hands kinda are slightly enlarged and it grow into claws on the ends of them. Naruto begins to grow fangs in his mouth, but he's still unconscious. Hiruzen doesn't know what he's looking at. He begins to blink profusely. He's confused. He calls in the nurses and they run inside and they see Naruto's condition. Most of them will panic, believing that it's some type of curse from the Nine Tails. Hiruzen begins to panic. Instead, something makes him stop. Suddenly, he has a bad feeling overcome him as he turns towards the nurses and quickly grabs Naruto. He instantly removes him from the bandages that had him stayed in the bed. He stands upward, and instantly, he says, I don't trust any of you. And quickly, he will take Naruto, and he rushes full speed to the Hokage's office. He takes Naruto in there, where from there, he would use the little medical ninjutsu that he knows to the best of his abilities. And Naruto will be hospitalized within the Hokage's mansion, where only people who Hiruzen has absolute trust in will take care of him. And eventually, Naruto wakes up. When he wakes up, he's confused. He looks all around, baffled. And Hiruzen, well, he's forced to show Naruto how he looks. And Naruto, he's horrified. He's a beast. He begins to shake violently. He looks horrified. He's green. He has claws. He looks towards Hiruzen and begins to just ask him so many questions. And Hiruzen tells him that he doesn't have the answer to any of it. He sits there. He doesn't know what to do. The Hokage couldn't answer any of his questions. Hiruzen allows Naruto to stay there for the next couple of days. And well, he tries his hardest during this time to teach Naruto the transformation technique. In order for Naruto to appear like himself, it takes Naruto about 4 weeks to even be able to learn how to do this. 4 whole weeks on the most basic jutsu. Hiruzen realizes very quickly that this is going to be a problem. And then 4 weeks will pass and Naruto will be forced to maintain that transformation the entire time. It was horrible. And Hiruzen knows that was so straining on the young child's body. Forcibly keeping down a transformation jutsu for hours on end until he can get home where it's safe to drop it. It was horrible. It took Naruto 3 months living with Hiruzen to be able to actually maintain the form all day. And once he learned this, Hiruzen decided to be a dumbass and he throws Naruto back out to the wolves. And well, it would happen again. Naruto would be brutally beaten, but this time he'd be beaten even worse than the first time. They beat Naruto with only intent to kill. And well, they almost succeeded. But this time, strangely enough, a young Naruto's body was stronger. It almost regenerated on its own. And before any ninjas could show up to take him away, a young Naruto ran as fast as he could. The guards that watched the village, they didn't even bother to even try stopping Naruto. They thought to themselves, he won't make it a day. And the young Naruto ran into the forest on the outskirts of the village. For days, a young Naruto slept in the forest. In fear, he was horrified. The sounds at night, the creeps of the wolves, the animals around him. A young Naruto was horrified. He was only 5, barely, almost 6 years old. He was alone and shaking one night when suddenly a pack of wolves surrounded Naruto. Naruto grew horrified. He was scared for his life. He wasn't even using the transformation jutsu anymore. He was trying to reserve his chakra, never knowing what he could do with it, but in case, he just did so. He was shaking in fear, but strangely enough, the animals didn't try eating Naruto, but instead, they threw the young child a bone. The young Naruto looked down confused, with the wolves looking at Naruto. The bone had a bit of meat on it, and Naruto he couldn't control himself. He was out of food. Every berry he ate either burned him or was poisonous, and his body grew weak from it. He ate it. He ate the raw meat like an animal. And strangely enough, these wolves began to surround the young Naruto. They protected Naruto. They hunted and they gathered food for Naruto. Until one day, Naruto woke up and what he saw wasn't hands. It was paws. Young Naruto was confused. He was tripping out. And the wolves around him, they spoke. "What's your name, child?" What the hell? Naruto looks around, confused, scared. "Hey, what's your name, boy?" Naruto looks forward. You're talking." The wolves looks towards him. "You didn't understand us before? No wonder you're kind. Well, no wonder they're kind." Always was confused. "Yes, we're speaking, child. You aren't human. You're one of us. You're an animal. You're part of nature itself. Of course we can speak. We can speak to you." Naruto looks around. Where am I?" "It was in the forest of death, as your people call it," the wolves would say. "But you're safe. As long as you're with us, and as long as no fucking powerful bear or giant tiger comes, you'll be safe for good. That's why we're here. That's why we're here for you. So, kid, what's it gonna be?" Naruto would ask, "How did I become this?" The wolves would simply shake their heads. "We don't know. I could smell that you were one of us. Maybe it's a part of you. Maybe you're not fully human." The wolves will look toward Naruto. From here, Naruto will go off with the wolves. He becomes a part of their pack, and he lives with the wolves for months, until eventually he learned how to shift back into his human form. And then, after he did this, he could no longer understand the wolves. They sounded like animals again. And so, he would shift back into his wolf form, where from there he could understand them. But then, Naruto would wonder, when he does this, it doesn't take up any chakra. He doesn't feel any pain. It just happens. It's just a shift. Is he just some type of werewolf creature? Or is he something else entirely? From here, Naruto would decide to leave the wolves and to go off into the forest, trying to discover more of himself. And the wolves, well, they would allow Naruto to do so. Naruto went off into the forest, where from there, he would climb the trees, and he would try living in the trees like a monkey. We would do a bit of a time skip, a few months, and eventually Naruto learned that he could transform into a monkey as well. And even then a gorilla after that. Naruto begins to learn that he could transform into animals. And over time, Naruto began to shift more and more and more. Animal after animal after animal. He smiled, happy. Naruto's learned that he can transform into any animal that he wants. He has a huge smile on his face, and he lets off a roar. Not a ow, not a grrr, not a no, a full-fledged roar. Like he lets off a roar that shakes the entire forest. We do a time skip of years of Naruto living in the forest, learning how to use his powers, becoming one with the force of death itself. Almost every animal within the forest of death wouldn't bother Naruto. Naruto turns into mosquitoes, turns into small bugs, and would even go into the Hidden Leaf village undetected. He would monitor them, watch over the village, not really watching them to protect them, but just to learn, to observe. Sometimes he would sneak around in the academy as a small bug. Hiruzen having pretty much no idea what happened to Naruto. He theorizes that Naruto was kidnapped or killed. But Hiruzen tries his hardest to keep it secret. He doesn't want the other villagers to know that his Jinchuriki was gone. So, Hiruzen always was confused. He was always a bit panicked. Naruto by this time period is 12 years old. The start of the original timeline where Naruto would eventually be, kicked off. Naruto went into the river, where there he would transform into a crocodile. He transformed into elephants, and every type of animal that had intelligence, he would turn into them at times. And he would use his mosquito form to still go to school, to still learn. He didn't do the work, of course, but he still learned, either way it goes. Basic English, basic math, basic science, basic chakra control. He learned it all. And he learned how to shift individual parts of his body into animals. He even learned how to perform the transformation jutsu perfectly. And now, due to his ability to constantly transform his body into animals or individual animal parts, Naruto was a master of the transformation technique. He was perfect. We cut on over towards Naruto, turning into a fly and easily flying into the Hokage's office, with Hiruzen and no Anbu there detecting him. Bro, he was a bug. Naruto just simply sat there, listened in to Hiruzen talking, discussing the teams for Team 7. From here, he would see the old man sigh. This was the team I planned to put Naruto on. Damn it. He's gone, though. Naruto's long gone. And then he would hear, who said I was gone? Hiruzen instantly begins to look around. What the hell? Who's there? As quickly all of his Anbu guards would jump down, all having their blades drawn. The voice then would say, It's me, Naruto. Don't you recognize my voice, Lord Hokage? Huh, that's a bit concerning. You don't even recognize my own voice? The kid you were supposed to protect? Or the kid you claimed you loved? That's crazy. Again though, I'm alive. Hiruzen begins to look all around, not being able to find Naruto. He would close his eyes trying to sense for some type of chakra signature, but he just doesn't sense anything, aside from his Anbus in the room. A voice then would say, I'm gonna be the Hokage. Believe it. Hiruzen just starts looking and looking and looking. He sees a fly on the wall. He completely ignores it, just thinking it's a bug. He tells his guard to kill the bug, and quickly the ninja would zoom forward, but quickly the bug would fly past him, faster than even the ninja moved. Most ninjas could kill a bug instantly. That was weird, Hiruzen would think. From here, he would wait, and he just think he's hearing things. But then the Anbu would all say they heard it too, which would lead to Hiruzen deciding that he's gonna clear this whole damn room out. The whole damn building as he has to. But suddenly, the bug would just land in a chair. And suddenly, Naruto would shift and turn into himself. It's been a while, Gramps. Naruto. What the hell? Hiruzen looks forward, stunned. At this point, Naruto looks rugged. He looks a bit animalistic. He has long hair, horrible hair, by the way, just horrible hair. His hands are bulky. He has a lot of muscle mass on his body. He's not wearing a shirt. He's barely wearing pants. At this point, they're like really, really small, and they're just barely covering his junk. So he looks forward. It's been a while. Hiruzen instantly hugs Naruto, and Naruto just kind of stands there. Well, my bad, sits there. He doesn't hug back. He just sits there confused. What are you hugging for? He would say. You never cared to begin with. I'm only back because I want to be a ninja, and I want to have a better living condition. What is it that you want? Hiruzen looks towards him. I'm just glad you're alive, Naruto. Yeah, right. But where have you been? Naruto looks forward. Forest of Death. I lived there for quite a while. Hiruzen looks at him. That's impossible. You would have died. Naruto looks at him. Turns out I'm something different. The animals won't attack me. No animal will. The only problem was the nature itself. And well, I take that back. A few animals did attack me. Bears, lions, tigers. All those weird big bulky creatures. Things in the water like that. Shit like that. No, the powerful demon bear, it attacked me. But, it's dead now. I lived out my life as an animal, Hiruzen. This village didn't like me. It didn't protect me. So the forest did. I learned a lot of things. How to survive on my own. How to survive with a pack. How to survive and reproduce as an organism. Really? I'm unstoppable. Hiruzen would just grab Naruto. He starts shaking him repeatedly, asking him all types of questions, and Naruto does the same thing a young Hiruzen did to him. He didn't give him any answers. He just sat there and made him even more confused. Hiruzen begins to hold his head. He begins to shake. He just asks Naruto, what is he gonna do now? It's been damn nearly 7 years, and he's basically just been gone. What is he supposed to do here? Naruto explains that there's nothing he can do. What does he want him to do? He just says he wants to be a ninja. And Hiruzen explains that he can't just make Naruto a ninja. He doesn't know how powerful Naruto is. Naruto could be extremely weak for all he knows. How is he going to just make him a ninja? Naruto looks at him. Easy. You're going to train me. Hiruzen would sigh as he tells Naruto he doesn't have enough time for that. The academy graduates within a few days. And within 3 weeks, Naruto says that he'll fight one of his best Anbu, prove his strength. Hiruzen looks towards Naruto as he has no faith in Naruto. He will shake his head no, and Naruto would say, well, either he's going to become a ninja or he's going to do it on his own. He doesn't really care. Now guys, I'd like for y'all to know, I gave him his powers, not his personality, but I will be incorporating a bit of Beast's personality, a bit of his simplest, hilarious personality, but I do have to make it wait a little while for Naruto to get his social skills back, because well, he's been in the forest. Matter of fact, wait a minute, no, he's been in the forest with animals that can talk, so technically he should have social skills. So if y'all hear talking in the background, I'm sorry. Can't really control that, I don't live alone, and this mic, it's kind of horrible, my personal opinion. I like my other one better, but yeah. Anyways, he tells him that, well, he'll just have to figure things out. And Hiruzen he's drove, because realistically, what's he gonna do? So he decides, fuck it. Since there's only 3 weeks left before the exams are over with for the academy students, he decides that fine, he will teach Naruto what he knows. Naruto uses this opportunity. He's greatly happy to have this opportunity, and he takes it immediately. Hiruzen would smile, kinda happy at how quickly Naruto is willing to accept the opportunity, but he's also aggravated because he knows that Naruto is kind of stupid. But it starts. Naruto rushes forward. In a second, he rushes towards Hiruzen. Hiruzen is stunned at Naruto's speed. His hand will morph into a claw. He goes dead in and slashes at Hiruzen's face. Hiruzen barely dodges. And as he barely dodges, you see a burst of wind be unleashed from that slash. Naruto then turns towards Hiruzen with sharp teeth. He looks towards him with his eye faintly red. Naruto morphs into a wolf as he rushes forward on all fours with speed so fast couldn't even keep up with it. He tackles Hiruzen and mauls into him like an animal. Hiruzen's able to throw Naruto off of him as he would weave hand sides and quickly fire a weak wind bullet. But Naruto mid-air will morph into a hawk as he flies off, swirling away from the blast. As he swirls behind Hiruzen, he then will morph into a lion as he slashes Hiruzen across his back. Hiruzen would stumble backwards as he be knocked forward. As he's knocked forward, Naruto then would jump in front of him, transforming into a gorilla and mink, punching Hiruzen in the stomach and sending him flying. With Hiruzen being sent flying, he slammed against the wall, as Naruto then would morph into a kangaroo, leaping high into the sky. He then would transform into an elephant, tuck his body together like a ball, and roll mid-air and slams into Hiruzen's body. With a massive shockwave being let off from this first training exercise, Naruto absolutely destroyed Hiruzen. From here, we'll do 3 weeks of training, and Hiruzen would train with Naruto for 3 straight weeks, teaching Naruto how to hold back, but also teaching Naruto basic ninjutsu skills: water walking, tree walking, the camouflage technique, the shadow clone technique, which Naruto is able to learn via the multi-shadow clone technique, which Hiruzen kinda regrets. But as he begins to train with Naruto more and more, Naruto begins to open up more and more, showing his jolly old personality that Naruto once had as a kid, even showing how much fun Naruto is actually having. And Hiruzen's surprise, he just switched up entirely. So we cut on over towards the last day of the academy, where everyone is talking about who's going to be on what team. And Team 7 is called Naruto Uzumaki, Sasuke Uchiha, and Hinata Hyuga. Everyone goes silent. Sakura would scream out about Hinata being on Sasuke's team, but the class would say Naruto Uzumaki. And Iruka didn't realize this. Yeah, it says Naruto Uzumaki. That's impossible. Now we're going to be making some changes to Hinata. For one, Hinata is going to be half Nara, half Hyuga. Yes, a very rare thing that's basically never happened before, but she's half Nara, half Hyuga, giving her access to not only the Byakugan, but also the Nara clan's shadow techniques, making her radius not only much larger because the radius can include the shadow stitching jutsu, which means that if a person is stitched by her shadow, they're automatically included in her radius. She will also have a finite control over darkness. Yeah. Basically, Hinata's going to be Naruto's Raven. And instead of Hinata simping over Naruto, Naruto's going to be simping over Hinata. But with that being said, we just time skip on over towards Kakashi arriving. Naruto arrives. His hair is cut, by the way. Hiruzen cut that shit immediately. Gave Naruto some actual clothing. And Naruto used the transformation jutsu to look normal. He walks into the classroom. Everyone's a bit surprised at Naruto's presence. You know, they haven't seen this kid like in the academy. Actually, none of them ever seen him. They just heard rumors about Naruto from their parents. But he enters into the academy, and when he does, he takes his seat and, well, we just time skip on over towards him on the roof. Naruto's dream would be the same. I can see Sasuke's dream being the same. I think Hinata would just dream to set her clan free and to destroy the lower branch of the Hyuga clan. With that, this is where we're going to be ending off part 1. Let me know down below how you guys talk about this video. I'm ending this video off a bit early because I gotta like rewatch that fusion quirk video because I ain't gonna lie, I got sick as hell and I'm kind of still sick, which is why I'm just using excuses for the characters to cough. That way I can get my coughs out. So like, Naruto got punched in the stomach, he sent like your whole stomach and just begins to yeah, like that's why I'm doing that. But yeah, I gotta rewatch what if Deku had a fusion quirk, not what if Deku had quirk fusion. So yeah, I'm out real quick. Bye guys.